Hey guys, it's Jess from my magical planner. I have my Harriet Wright Designs A5 wide 7x9 planner here, and I'm going to be planning out my weekly layout for the week of February 14th through the 20th. And today we're going to be using this beautiful kit from Hello Petite Paper. It's her Valentine's kit, which I thought was really beautiful. I debated between this one and a Crafts by Towie this week, but ended up doing this one because it was specifically Valentine's Day. So I love the little letters here and like these cute boxes that you can add things to. This is an unfoiled kit, by the way. So you have like some washi strips down here. You have your days of the week. You have habit trackers, as well as these boxes and some smaller boxes there at the top. This is more boxes. I think this is a newer format than some of the other kits I have from her, and I really like it. I like the addition of this box especially. So there's that. And then we have flags here. She does a really good job with the flags and picking really beautiful things to put on them. And then we have checklist on this side. You know, you have your arrows. You have a couple of icons, not very many. And then here's your bottom washi. I love this little lace element. I don't know how well it comes across on camera because it is pretty faint. And then you have a few more boxes here. And then you have these little washi strips, which I think are really cute. And I'm holding it upside down. And there's your Monday through Sunday. So I really liked the format of this kit. And because I did order it when it first went out, so she has an additional page that's kind of a freebie that went with the kit. And that's this. So I have a couple of extra boxes to work with, which is really nice. And then I did also get the specific deco for this kit, which is here. I kind of wish I'd gotten two, but one will be, you know, we'll make it work. So I have all of that, but I've also pulled out a happy planner book. I'm going to be using this, I don't know, what is it called? Floral Mickey and Minnie's. So this came out a little while ago, and I thought that the colors and the kind of feel of these stickers might go really well with this kit. So I'm going to see what happens and kind of keep these in mind. And yeah, let's just get into it. So one thing I forgot to mention about this kit is that it is a premium matte paper, not the unicorn paper you see from like Sadie Stickers and some of those other shops. So the stickers are a little bit more, they're thinner, which has both good and bad points because you're not bulking up your planner quite so much, but the print quality is slightly different, so you get some lighter tones. It looks beautiful either way, but just going into it, if you order a kit from her, just know that in the get-go. I think she uses a removable adhesive as well, so it's really easy to move stickers around with this kit, which is really nice. I don't know how much of that is the Harriet Wright Designs paper and how much is her paper, but the two together work really well. So I'm going ahead and I put down all of my days of the week, and then I'm using a Harriet Wright Designs numbering kit here. I thought they were really cute with the little bows and went really well. And then I pulled in, oh gosh, I think these were from Sadie Stickers, these little like flourishes. I think they were in the advent calendar, if I'm not mistaken. And I just thought they were really cute. They kind of have this almost heart quality to the branches, if you could look at them really close. And I didn't have enough floral that I felt like I could really do floral up there. So I decided to just kind of play around with those, as well as some of the heart deco that I got in the advent calendar. It was really fun. I'm not sure if it wouldn't have been better if I had a couple of splashes of color up there, because it kind of gets lost a little bit in the reflective quality, at least in this video. I mean, overall, I like the end result, but if I had added a little bit more color up there, probably would have been a little happier with it. But, you know, I do really like the fact that this is an unfoiled kit, actually, so you can pull in your own foils and you're not kind of restricted by that. I thought the gold foil went really well. I think rose gold also would have went really well with this, but I originally grabbed gold and just kind of went with it. I think most of the little accent pieces that I pulled in as far as deco came from the Sadie Stickers Advent calendar, because like these little lines or dividers that I'm putting underneath the dates were definitely from Sadie Stickers as well. They were super shiny, and it just, I don't know, it gave it this really cool quality, like I had completed something up there. So I loved it. I did want to do something different in the sidebar this week, so I tried out something a little different. I combined the floral aspect that I did last week as, kind of inspiration, along with, I really wanted to use some boxes from the Giving Girl. And I think it turned out really cool. So you'll see that in a second. I'm using a Mrs. Meow little Polaroid there at the top. I pulled in a piece of the deco from this kit to put it on top of it. And then I think those hearts were from Paper Trail Plans. Everybody will list it down below, by the way, just to give it that kind of finishing touch. I felt like the hearts kind of just added to it. And then I go ahead and just trim off anything that's over the edge there. And I'm kind of contemplating what I want to do next and everything. I tried the This Week sticker there and thought it looked a little bit too boxy almost. And so I wanted something a little bit more fluid. So I pulled in this swoosh with a little heart on it. It looked really cool and I liked it a lot. And then I'm going ahead and I'm going to cut some of these florals and combine them with these boxes from the Giving Girl. So I'm using this Emily has a bunch of things that I'm supposed to do with her in the morning now with the autism diagnosis and the OT and everything. So I'm putting a reminder here that we need to do Emily's therapy. And then I'm going to grab another box to write down the specific therapy things that we need to do. So we have to do something called heavy work. These are just items of like physical labor. They'd be things like taking care of the dishes or sweeping the floors, things that she doesn't really have to interact so much with her brain on to kind of break up things. And then there's something called brushing we're doing, which involves, so it's a scrub brush from actually a surgical room or whatever that they use to scrub their hands before they go into surgery. So it's pretty soft, but it still has like a prickliness to it. And we run that up and down her arms along with some compression of the joints. It's supposed to help desensitize her a little bit to the physical touch stuff and to like feelings on her skin, I guess. So like clothing and things like that may be bothering her so that she can get more used to that type of thing. And then we also have some daily hand strengthening exercises that she needs to do and that kind of thing. Below that, I went ahead and marked stuff for Megan because I'm trying to help her achieve her skating goal. So she has a test this coming week and she has two that she'll need to pass. And if she can pass both of those, she's going to be competing at a level much below what you see on the Olympics. And not in what they call freestyle, which is what you see on TV. She's going to be doing something called Showcase, which is kind of a more dramatic interpretation to music and everything. So she'll actually be skating to Hamilton. She's doing I'll Be Back by the King. And then she actually has a hamster number that we're going to be doing. That's going to be hilarious. But it's more that type of thing. So she needs to get some certain elements and she's got them, but they're a little sketchy. And we just need to strengthen up a couple of key components so she doesn't hurt herself. So I'm doing daily workouts with her and it's just 10 minutes. It's nothing major because she's already working out on the ice and doing other things. And so I don't want her to be over whatever because she doesn't need that stress, is my opinion, but I want to make sure she's safe. So every day we're doing, like, we hold our arms up for 2 minutes because that's the length of time her program is, and her arms need to be up that whole time, which sounds really easy, but when you actually do it, it's not, trust me. And then after that, we're doing 5 1-minute planks. So we'll do a minute on, a minute off for 5. And then after that, we do 20 squats, which we're going to have to up that, I think, this week. Not looking forward to that. And then along with that, we're doing one-legged squats. We do 10 for each leg to try and get her muscles more equipped to help her with her sit spin. So that all being said, I feel like it kind of needs to be said in reference to the Olympics and everything that's going on there. I feel so horrible for all of the skaters involved in that drama. If you're not familiar with what's going on, if you just Google the Russian Olympic skating team, you will see what's going on. But it's such a injustice to the skaters themselves because essentially they have a coach who they trust, and they trust their coaches with everything. And parents have been sent away, so there's nobody else there to check the system. So you have these skaters who are essentially practicing all day long, every day. Well, they get one day off. And they have to keep their weight down, their weight in every day. They aren't allowed to eat everything. Some of them end their careers with horrific trouble with anorexia and all of these other things because they're trying to keep their weight down so that they can do these amazing jumps. And they are amazing, but the toll it has on the body between the nutritional component and just the sheer force onto their joints is so hard. A lot of these Russian skaters, because they're all basically trained by the same woman, will end up with horrific back injuries or ankle injuries. They break bones and perform with those bones broken on, it appears, a fairly regular basis, because if you don't perform, you're replaced. So, which is part of the reason why there was that meltdown over second place. So yes, it was not a great depiction of sportsmanship, but it was also a result of the environment that she's essentially grown up in, because this is all she knows. And if you don't win, you're replaced. So that's really, really hard. So she didn't win. So the next year or two, there'll be somebody else in her place, most likely, which is really, really sad. I do hope that the figure skating community is able to change some rules to more protect those girls. And if we can just raise the age that they can compete at senior level, or some other actions need to take place to protect these girls. Okay, off my soapbox, and we'll get back to planning. Sorry, guys. So Monday was kind of a little chaotic. My husband was out of town, so I did record stuff on an AM routine. I think that went up Monday. I'll go ahead and link that above for you guys. I had lunch with a friend. It was Valentine's Day. My husband, I think, sent me a text because he was at a conference and it's just busy and that kind of thing. I did try to edit the glam planner because it came, I think, that Monday, and I wasn't expecting it until Tuesday. So I went ahead and got that video up really quick, which means the AM one went up on Tuesday. That's what it was. But I'll link both of those up there for you. I got my nails done. We went to the rink and had dinner, and of course Ethan had to work as well. I'm skipping over a lot of the stickers, so if you guys have any questions on those, just leave them down below. On Tuesday, I recorded some planning videos in the morning. I had a meeting with my therapist, and then after school, Megan has additional choir practice because she has a solo. And yes, I talk about Megan a lot. I do have 3 other children. It's just Megan tends to have more activities for whatever reason. The other kids are just more homebodies, I guess. And she's like this social butterfly. Anyhow, so she had choir practice, and then we went from choir practice to her lesson. And then in the evening, I did some painting with Emily. And then we had a big storm starting to come on Wednesday. Like, there were all these warnings that it was going to come in late Wednesday, early Thursday. And so I did some things to kind of make sure we were ready for that. I had an appointment with the back specialist for my issues with my back, and that went well. Then I met with a therapist to talk over some more components of the autism diagnosis and just get a better understanding of a few aspects. I did learn that there's very little documentation on females with high functioning autism or autism spectrum disorder level 1. And that was kind of fascinating to me. Most of the time it is males who get diagnosed, and most people are not diagnosed until they're in their late teens to early 20s. So it's really uncommon to catch it this early, which I think is working in our favor because we'll have lots of time to do some intervention type things and help her out before it really becomes a big issue. I had planned on recording a planner tag video this day, but that didn't happen because of the incoming snowstorm. I will get to that. I'm hoping this week, actually. So fingers crossed there. And then I had to pick up a prescription from Myers, which is my pharmacy. And then Megan had a lesson and Daniel had his trombone lesson. So essentially I went from one to the other. And then Jarrett came home that evening. I did end up having him take a car service home because I was pretty tired and didn't want to drive all the way out to the airport to get him and back. I just didn't think it would be safe. So pathetic. Anyhow, Thursday, we actually changed to a morning lesson, and I'm so glad we did because the storm was delayed and didn't actually get here until about 10 o'clock on Thursday, and we had ice and then snow, and so the roads were a mess. We had lost ice, so I moved her lesson to the morning, and she just went in a little bit late for school, like not much, and got that all taken care of. Jared had his dentist appointment. And then after school, Dan had a dentist appointment. That one was a little dicey getting to, but we made it. It was all good. Luckily, our dentist is pretty close. And then I did mark this as a mental health day. Yeah, that was kind of wishful thinking, I think. I did manage to not do any YouTube stuff that day, but I did have a lot of other household things that I needed to get done. So it's a work in progress. And then we did do a house tidy. Ethan had a friend come over actually the next day, and part of that was the house needed to be picked up. I didn't have here planned that I was going to take Dan out driving. That did not happen because of the snowstorm. We did take him out actually today, and then Friday, the kids had a half day. Well, they were supposed to. They actually had no school. They were thrilled. Megan had a skating lesson at 12:30, and then I'm kind of jumping around here a little bit. There was a hockey game on Friday. It was U of M versus Ohio State, which is a huge rivalry, and it was a great game. I went with my husband, and we won 5-2, and I think there were 2 goals that were in like the last 5 minutes of the game. It was amazing. One of them was an empty netter. It was so cool. Anyhow, and a bunch of the U of M guys are over in China with like the Olympic stuff. So anyhow, I did put down here that we took Megan for her booster shot. I'm recording this on Saturday, so that was today. And I checked in with Ethan on his school stuff. I did mark down here that I wanted to go to Shantine Plan's planner class. Unfortunately, that and Megan's booster kind of overlapped, and my husband was supposed to take her, and then he was off doing something else, so I ended up taking her to that instead. Not a big deal. There was also a hockey game tonight. I didn't go to that one. My husband was taking a friend, so which is really nice, you know. Tomorrow we'll have a family meeting and go over the whole week, which is what's marked there on top of Sunday. Those are really awesome for my kids because they know what's going on, and then I can check in on school projects and things like that. I'm planning on recording my Plan With Me video tomorrow, which should be a Simply Gilded one because that kit came this week and they really want to use it. Tomorrow is also laundry day, so I'm going to try and catch up on anything that was kind of left over from the week. I'm doing my voiceover, which I marked at the top of Saturday. I do have here that I marked down on Friday that I was going to color with Emily. I used one of the Giving Girl boxes again. And I also am marking down planning time here. Yeah, that one got moved. I was hoping to have some additional time to work on monthly spreads, but that didn't happen either. So it'll just have to wait till tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a whole day of planning, you know. So I did have a lot of fun pulling in some additional florals here at the end. So I didn't have enough, I felt, of the florals that went with the kit. So I kind of pulled some out. I had gotten some from Crafts by Towie. Those are those more purplish tone ones that are kind of throughout. And then the lighter tone ones, like the family movie that is being marked. The florals that came on that circle are actually from the Pretty Pink Co., that circle. And then I just added some florals from the kit on top to kind of integrate that a little bit more and make it more cohesive. I made sure that on the sidebar I used all 3 of those florals because I knew I was going to use them throughout the spread. So I think that's pretty much everything. If you guys have any questions, I know we didn't go over a lot of the sticker placement or which stickers were which. I will list everybody down below though. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask me down below. But that's pretty much everything for this week. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button over there. Until next time, I'll see you guys real soon.